happy to say that in public.
The virus identifier?
So he's not on the side of freedom, he's not on the side of justice.
I don't believe he even lives in New York State. If I understand things right, I think he lives in New York.
That's how I
You know.
That's right.
And
what is going on in New York?
maybe we should vote people in that actually live here.
And understand the land,
That's an idea.
understand ranching and the land. And not just ranchers, right? But land management itself for vast different uses.
No, that goes
the
back.
public.
That goes back to the founding of our country.
Yeah.
Taxation without representation. You can't have a person who is making the rules for you that doesn't live with you in your area and understand what you're doing.
But now I'm a convicted felon and I can't vote. So they'll take my tax money, but I don't have any say-so where it goes. So
well, you can vote in Oregon.
So our last recourse legally has.
I don't know. Is that true?
Yeah.
Right on. I just can't vote for the president, right?
No, you can. Under Oregon law, you can.
Absolutely.
We are.
We are the media.
We are.
You are the media. And you see something out there.
Yeah, everybody signed the blanket, right?
Yes, I believe we did.
Sign it.
Everybody signed it?
I didn't sign it.
Donna didn't sign it.
Donna signed the blanket.
I'll film it.
You're signing your name.
Put your name on it, baby.
I know.
There's Lou signing it.
Going over there.
She can handle it.
So,
We are actually so much warmer now that we are here. This is better than the hot that we've had for the last couple days.
I tried to be here on time.
Absolutely, I will go back.
We waited for you.
I remember where I left.
Don't worry, no, there was no
where I left off
representative here.
the assassination. They're reminding me.
Did you hear that, Dwayne? They were here at 4 and there was no representative here.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Yeah, exactly.
Why I'm going to go back to it. So for those that
In fact, I called and left messages for Greg Smith from Hefner, who is my representative. He asked me some questions and there's conversation back and forth, but there's been no reply from any of my messages after the refuge.
There's been no reply from him?
Greg Smith, Hefner.
No reply. And what did you send him?
I tried to talk to him about what actually happened.
Everything.
Everything.
What you witnessed. You were a witness, not a terrorist.
Right?
You were a witness
Right.
to...
If it's all signed, let's get the set on and start giving people rides on them.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. You're going to let people ride?
Wait. While we have ourselves all grouped up, why don't you talk about why you're writing?
Ransom will tell him.
Well,
Don't you hate the media? We're like sucking up all your time.
Yeah, the new media. You love
now,
it.
the Hammonds family have been put through hell since 1964, since they bought the ranch. They've had the water fenced off from their cows. They've been taken to court numerous times. They were arrested for a backburn on trying to save their house from a fire set by BLM, and charged with terrorism and convicted with a terrorism enhancement, if I understand things right. And it was only like 127 acres that actually burned across the fence. And they're in a 5-year minimum prison sentence.
Mandatory minimum.
Now this is the second prison sentence that they've done.
Because the prosecution appealed the original sentence.
Right. So they went to prison. They served their time. They were released. And 7 days before statute of limitations was up, they were sent back to prison. And
Isn't that kind of double jeopardy?
It's bullshit is what it is.
Serving two sentences on one charge.
And I use that word lightly, you know.
And for those that don't really understand out in the country what a backburn is, when a threatening fire is coming towards you or your property, you can light a line or back burn, which can combat and neutralize the fire coming at
we'll
you.
stop it.
To protect your property.
Protect your property and your livelihood and your animals.
127 acres is nowhere near worth 5 years.
For terrorism. They charged them for terrorism.
So are they felons? Do you know if it is a felony? So it's a felony digging a hole, and we have felony lighting a fire.
I dug a foxhole with an excavator. Make no mistake about it, when they were coming to kill my friends, I dug a hole. I take full responsibility of that.
Taught you to dig that hole when it wasn't the government that taught you how to dig a foxhole?
But what did you see around you that made you feel threatened enough to dig that hole?
There were snipers on the ground. There was choppers in the air. There was Blackwater mercenaries on the ground. There was FBI dressed up as militia causing havoc in downtown Burns. And they were calling us terrorists.
And what was up in the air?
No.
The helicopters with the guns hanging
No,
out? We brought that up before.
Didn't you engage in some terroristic cleaning of the place? I mean, didn't you use a weaponized broom to straighten up around there? Can you touch on that for us?
I did a lot of repairs for the 30 days at the refuge.
Yeah.
Terroristic repairs then?
I love history. I went to school for anthropology, Kent State University. I seen an old neat rock barn, and I fixed it up and I cleaned it up and I made it usable. It's a beautiful building that was off limits to the public.
I have those videos still. I'll show them again.
Of course I was being sarcastic. I mean, that was one of the things that I found most egregious, as you went there and you improved the value of the property.
We all cleaned our asses off.
Yeah, and that's the first thing that struck me when I went down there. People were saying you were tearing the place up and making a mess.
Now,
and it was all pristine. I mean, you guys were taking care of it.
I had FBI photos of the place after we left, and there was a stain on a carpet. There was drywall damage from one room, but I'm pretty sure it was before the refuge thing even happened. They were in the middle of construction on the firehouse, and they just didn't take care of the place. You know.
And I can confirm, as I've seen what you saw on the ground, and it was in disarray and disrepair, and it was long term disarray, disrepair. It was many years of neglect.
And they don't give a shit about our history. They don't care.
What about those artifacts? Talk about how those artifacts were being stored out at the refuge.
The Native American artifacts.
Now, I went back to say if it was if it was Native American Indian ground, give it back to the Indians. And then the government must have paid the Indians to come up on the stand and say that it was ancient Indian holy ground with all the video cables underneath the ground.
Holy ground with video cables.
And parking lot on top of it.
And parking lot.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they sifted through all the dirt that you had dug.
17 truckloads of dirt they sifted through with the screen to try to find something.
And what did they find?
Absolutely nothing.
And that was a forensics investigation.
Yeah. That cost me like $750,000, they said.
So they charged you for their forensic evidence of every scrap of every gram of dirt you moved.
Yeah. Restitution.
Wow. You know, I don't consent for the government to rob you like that. No one asked my permission.
But I had to pay the $10,000 restitution to the Native Americans that got on the stand and lied about everything. See, yeah, there's no justice.
Where did you sleep while you were out there?
In the barn. I slept in the barn.
With Hellboy?
With Hellboy.
And how cold was it when you were sleeping in that barn?
It was cold. Oh,
getting your bones cold?
Got one more person to sign, and then
one more person to sign, it looks like.
And then rights.
I want a horsey
ride. I was verifying also that there were videos and pictures of the way before.
So there you have it, folks.
All right,
have
come
someone.
inside it, girl.
This is just a little peek into how you get.
Have someone.
This is just a little peek into how you get railroaded if you stand up to the federal government.
A freelance news person, half hour out. Who's that? To give the story.
So point 6 is 30 minutes out.
So we've got some
they'll
media,
get the soundbite.
mainstream media coming.
They're coming for their soundbite.
Where's the pin, baby?
Well, we have the unedited live.
Sure.